Hello, everyone. Welcome to our reading today. We are using Daily Dose of Coffee Oracle. This is on Etsy by VLoveandCrystals. One of my favorite decks to use because I love coffee and it's just one of the things I love to just keep handy and just pull whenever I want some guidance or whenever I'm not feeling myself and I just want to pick a card to see, what I need to focus on. Right, so that's what it looks like. Um, when I do readings, between readings, I often use sage to keep my room clear. And I like to sage my cards between readings. I also like to put my cards to my heart to sync the cards. So we're going to sync these cards with what is it that is for our highest good that we need to be aware of. What's for the collective, what message do you have for us? Okay, is what we're going to ask. So I hope everybody is doing great. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. It's so nice to interact with you guys. I appreciate it. Um, I just love doing readings. It's one of my favorite things to do because it allows me to give back to the universe and it allows me to just use one of the gifts that I am able to do to honor this spirit world and to help others who maybe having a hard time connecting to spirit. I know I've been there before. It can be hard to connect to spirit when you're going through a lot, and using the tools for a reading can really help. It can really help you kind of reconnect to yourself, reconnect to the spirit world, and reconnect to life, right? So that you keep going and you don't give up. Okay, so let's take a look at our reading. Okay, so we have reminisce, reflection, past. Okay, so those kind of came out together. So I'm going to say that they should probably stay together. And let's take a look. Okay, so your first card is stability, right? So we have stability, we have planning, temperance, respite. Okay, so what do you what do you take from this message? When you look at this message, does anything stick out? Does anything remind you of something or somebody? Does anything pull you in? Are there any emotions? How do your emotions feel when you look at these cards? Because that's very important when it comes to someone doing a reading for you. It's not just about them telling you what they see or what the message is, but it's also about you taking a moment to sit with the cards yourself and to see what your emotions are with the cards before the reading even begins. Because again, this is a collective reading. Some people might see a card and it triggers something. Somebody else might see a card and it reminds them of something that they haven't done, right? So everybody can perceive the energy differently. Everybody can perceive the message differently. But if you're tuning into somebody giving you a reading or you're looking at a reading online, pause the video and if you can and look at the cards and just set with that energy and just ask yourself, what do I need to focus on in this reading? What do I need to notice? And allow spirit to help you notice what it is that you need to notice. Okay. So for me, what I notice is that there's a feeling of, well, right off the bat, the first thing I saw was somebody somebody was raised on the water. Maybe their dad, grandfather, somebody did a lot of like fishing or ocean work, right? And that energy, being with those people, spending time with them made you feel stable, right? So maybe they have passed away, maybe their life has changed, your life has changed, and you kind of have that longing for that stability again. That's just for something that came in very clear for someone. I'm not really sure, um, like that situation, but I just know that you are that the universe sees you, universe knows how you're feeling. You're not alone. For the collective, I feel like there is a need for stability in your life. Things are not quite as you would like them to be. And the reason why is because you need more planning. Maybe you are doing things, but you're doing things in such a way that you're proactive, which is great, but maybe you're just like winging it and you're not really planning in a way that helps everything fall in order the way that you would like it to. Okay, so this card reading is stating that if you want the stability in your life, if you want to feel that energy again in your life, or you want to be stable, you need to do some planning. No, you can't always know everything that's going to happen, but planning is really important on the little things, okay? Because the little things add up to a lot of things. And you want to make sure that you are aware of what you're putting in, right? You want to make sure that whatever you're putting in is honoring you. And you want to make sure that whatever you're putting in is honoring the situation that you're trying to create, you're trying to to foster in to your lifestyle, okay? So don't allow people to cross your boundaries and think that it's okay. You want to be careful because some people will cross your boundaries. They'll test you to see if you're going to allow them to cross your boundaries. They'll test you to see if your boundaries are actually stable with them. And they could test you with saying things that just are not for your highest good. They might come off as acting like they're joking with you when they're actually being honest. You know, they might be sarcastic. Um, they might come off at this, oh, you know, I'm just kidding, but they're actually not, right? So be aware of people's energy because not everyone has the heart that you might think they do. And if you allow them too much grace, it can take away from your peace, okay? So make sure that you are balancing out your friendships, make sure you're balancing out your lifestyle, make sure you're doing things that's going to help you in the future to get to the place where you can enjoy your downtime or you can enjoy some quiet time, some alone time, right? I feel like for some of you, maybe you haven't been on vacation for a long time because you haven't been able to afford it. For some of you, you might go on vacation, but maybe you're working on vacation, so you're not actually truthfully enjoying it, okay? So this reading is reminding you with this energy that you need to look at where you were and where you are and how you've gotten here. Take some time to reflect on things. If you liked, if you miss the stability in your life, then look back on that and try to connect your emotions and see what was missing. What is missing now that you had then? Was it loyalty? Was it love? Was it support? Is it something that you can give, or is it something that you are needing or wanting from others, right? That can have a lot to do with a situation as well. If you're wanting support from other people, but you're not getting it, you could be seeking that support from the wrong people. And therefore, you just keep repeating the cycle of being left down or being hurt or being abandoned or, being somebody's second choice kind of situation, right? So, and I mean that like, you know, maybe you would show up for that person 10 times, not think twice, but that person doesn't show up for you once. Okay. So, like one of those situations. Now, what you want to do is look at your past and see where you don't want to repeat your patterns. Okay. Reminiscing on the past is when you reminisce, it's usually a good feeling. It's usually a healing feeling. So when you are reminiscing on the past, you are not dwelling on the hardships. You're not dwelling on the betrayal or the pain or the suffering or the trauma. Instead, when you go back and you reminisce, you are looking over the things that helped you, the things that progressed your situation to where you were able to continue going. Okay, you're looking at the things that made you happy, the things that um, gave you hope, faith, inspiration, the things that helped you to keep going when you felt like giving up. That's what we call about reminiscing. Okay, when we reminisce about the past, it can be things that you miss, people that you miss, right? Situations that you miss. And then you're to pause and ask yourself, you know, why do you miss those things? What from your past is missing in your present? And what can you do to bring that energy into the now so that you can have more peace, so that you can have more clarity, more mind space, more where you can relax and enjoy yourself, your time, your life without feeling like you're in all different directions, okay? Or without feeling like you have to keep going and you can't stop, okay? That's really, really important. And what do you need to release at this time? This is the time where we are releasing things. So, like, what do you need to release at this time? What can you let go of so that you can move into the energy, the healing of the heart energy, the focusing energy to make things work. You don't want to be stuck here in this energy. Okay, this is the past, and you don't want to be stuck there. Okay, you want to look at it, process it, appreciate it, and then how can you move forward? How can you apply the things that made you strong from here to here? Okay, that's really important for you. Can you make this happen? Absolutely, right? You can definitely make this happen. Um, you just got to do some planning. You just got to set some boundaries. You just got to know what you like, what you want, right? That's the main thing is to know yourself and to know, to be honest with yourself. This message is definitely calling you to be honest with yourself and maybe understand, you know, that it's okay to miss somebody or it's okay to miss the past. It's okay to want something and not know how to get it. Like that's okay. Like you're not doing anything wrong here. It's just kind of like a stuck energy of where the universe is trying to tell you that, you got to you got to do something here so that you can progress to here, right? And a lot of it has to do with healing of your past so that you can bring that stability energy in, right? That way you're not wishy-washy on like certain things and stuff like that. Yeah, so communication. Communicate with yourself, communicate with your heart, communicate with others around you. Don't be afraid to let people know that you've had enough with certain situations. Don't be afraid to put your foot down and not be the doormat that people might be used to you being, right? Don't be afraid to say, "Hey, I don't put sugar in my coffee anymore." You know, thanks for um, thanks for considering that, but I don't do that anymore. Or don't be afraid to tell people you've changed. Don't be afraid to change up your game. If they don't like it, then they're not for you, right? If they're for you, they would understand and they would say, "Hey, what can I do to support you? What can I do to help you?" Yeah, leadership, right? So take the leadership role in your life right now. Don't be afraid to stand up. Don't be afraid to say, you know, that my life is changing, or I'm moving in this direction now, or I'm no longer this person I choose to be. Because you can change your life at any time. You don't have to be the image that other people create. Okay. I love the sayings that in every person's mind that you meet, you're a different personality. You're a different being. So everybody creates their own image of you. But what image are you truly wanting to uphold for yourself? Okay. So step into the leadership role, communicate your needs and wants, um, put some things into action and trust that you can do this and you can stick to this and you can make it happen. And this is your goal, is respite, to get to a place where you can just relax and just enjoy life and just enjoy the little things, the little moments. This is your goal. So is it reachable? Yes, because if it wasn't, it wouldn't be here, right? So the universe is clearly showing you what you can do and how you can do it, right? It is just up to you if you choose to do it. Okay, so that is our reading. Thank you so much for stopping by, and feel free to leave anything for me in the comments, and I will see you in the next reading.